gang, welcome back to the summary videos with me, Dr. Benji FM. It's nice to see people still watching these. There's not many of you, but those that are, I appreciate the fact you're still interested in what goes on in the save, of course, if you missed it live. Those, of course, are to watch. There's a link in the description to the earlier stream from today. But you want to know what's happened then. You can see straight away, top of the league table, things are looking good. I'm going very Italian doing this. But let's take a look then at the results. And I'm getting good at Football Manager. It's late in the day, October, but you can see things are going well. The big talking point of last episode really was whether we would be able to qualify for the Champions League. We did. We got through, and we faced Milan in the Champions League first round knockout stages. Is there anything underwhelming, you think, by the way, about the Champions League teams left in it? There's quite a few missing, and that's because they're all chilling out in the Europa League. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Dortmund, Tottenham, Liverpool, Napoli, Roma, Lazio, all these big sides, Ajax there as well. All these big teams are in the Europa League. The Europa League is arguably a hotter competition than the Champions League. You look at teams like Hertha, no disrespect to them, but they are way down in the pecking order of teams that usually make the last 16. Even Sporting could go into that, as well as some of the other sides in that list. But yeah, it's quite an interesting Champions League group stage, or sorry, knockout stage. It gives us, I think, a little chance to maybe do something and win. So that'll be exciting. But in terms of the fixtures then, you can see things have gone remarkably well. Premier League results have been excellent, and that 7-0 against Ipswich in the FA Cup, we'll come to that in a moment, was very good as well. We've got lots of players playing very well. It's nice to see a tactic. I mentioned it at the end of yesterday's summary video, but this tactic's working tremendously well. Randy Deckers has come back into the side as well after his injury period and is actually doing really, really well. His form in recent games, you can see, he's been really good. Goals and assists in almost every game he's playing at the moment. He's in top form. And a forgotten man, really. Real footballer Reiss Nelson is having the season of his life. A 7.37 is what he's on right now. 10 assists, 3 goals. Looking really, really good. And hopefully continuing that. Gives us every chance at winning a Premier League title. Sandua as well on the other side. We've got him on loan from Madrid. Having a fantastic year. Both players on either wing looking really good. Reiss Nelson, I should say as well, takes free kicks since he's got quite a few goals to his name. And Boris ND, a lot of people ask about Boris. If you're not too familiar with him, our big signing that we brought in. It's tricky. Strikers in this system don't seem to score quite as many goals. It's almost like they're a little overcrowded by the players around them, but he's doing his best to do so, as is actually Christian Herrera, who every time he seems to play seems to score 4 in 10. But I bet his goal to minutes is very good. Let's check that out actually on this screen. Goals per 90 minutes. Yeah, you can see there 0.64, the best of anyone in the team. Really, really good for that. Chance creation wise, I think he's not too far off the top as well. So looking really good. But yeah, Sandua again, the only player that's playing consistently up there. Really good at providing chances for the rest of the team. And results have shown it. Let's go through it then. A 3-0 win against Everton. Quite routine at this point at homes of some of these sides. Our home games have been really quite convincing. Other than the one against Tottenham, that was a 1-1. A late Herrera goal got us a point in it. We brought him off the bench and he did the business. Napoli beaten in the Champions League. Quite a routine, quite a mundane, in fact, 1-0 win. But we'll take it all day long. And it was a similar story against West Ham. Not too many highlights to speak of in that one, but yeah, a decent victory. The double against Watford, I would prefer to have beaten them in the league, really. It was 1-1. We scored after 1 minute with Randy Deckers, and it was a 94th minute goal. So if you came late and left early, you missed both goals. But yeah, very frustrating that we didn't get the win in that one. Our league form, hopefully, though, not too affected by it. Bournemouth, Wolves both beaten quite comfortably. Again, that 7-0 win against Ipswich. You played quite a strong side and missed a penalty. Then a man sent off late on. Ironically, only scored 1 after that. There was only 5 minutes left and off you went. But you can see the average ratings there. Even our keeper getting a 7.5. So he's looking really good for it. Carabao Cup success, of course, beating Watford. Then we've into the semi-finals of that. It's a competition. I think at this stage we should be winning. It's ourselves, Bristol City, Leicester and Leeds United. Oh, come on, we've got to do it, right? We've got to beat the winner of Leicester Leeds. It looks like it'll be Leicester, the Premier League opposition, who have had a decent season so far this year. If we can't beat them in the final, then I don't know what to say. Trophies on the table, folks. We've got to be the ones to take it. Of course, the FA Cup and Champions League. Maybe a quadruple for us this year, viewers. Maybe. We'll have to see on that one. And most recently, a 3-1 victory over Southampton. The game was pretty much won. Arthur got one and then Randy Deckers with a third. Actually, it wasn't one. It was a little bit tense after Arthur got that goal, but we did the business. Randy Deckers again having a superb performance, proving why he's so good in this division. And then speaking of the division, then you can see top of the table, first place, 53 points. A little way now ahead of Manchester United. They've got a game in hand, but their form recently has started to falter a little bit. Not so much there. That's quite good. But yeah, defeats to Chelsea. after the draw to City, and then a defeat to Brighton out of nowhere away at the Amex. Not good for them at all, but we'll take it all day every day, as it's giving us a chance now at the back end of the season to do something. They're going to have lots of games remaining, of course, as are we. We're very similarly matched, apart from the fact we've got some Carabao games, but they've got some tough games towards that back end. Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton as well in there. And of course, they play us before our big Champions League game as well. So that might be one of the key moments, and that'll be in tomorrow's stream, I would imagine. So if that's what you're looking forward to, rightly so. I've got a very busy January. We had a busy December. January's even busier, hence we've not started this at the end of a month. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to play through all of January and probably get through February as well and wrap things off, maybe even against Milan in that first round knockout stage of the Champions League. But yeah, so far so good. Thank you for watching these summary videos. If you are doing, make sure you subscribed, and yeah, FM20 not too far away. We're getting there. I feel like I mention that in every video at the moment. But yeah, if you're not ready for that quite yet, tune in tomorrow. The streams will be with you 2 PM UK time. I'll be live again for these matches here. We love with care. From me, until next time, goodbye. Look after yourselves.